So we're leaving Valley View today, and they just come one day, pack it all in boxes, and then the next they move it. And that's today, moving day. And this is the new house where the movers are moving everything. We've just got a couple of pieces, but otherwise, just a busy day. There's this dishwasher. Okay, these doors can't open and it's in the way when you have in the dishwasher. So modernising it, replacing it with something a bit more user friendly, and then this bench here kind of blocks out the rest of the room, so we're making it one island bench. So I've taken out all the screws, but the sides are attached to the walls probably by a bit of glue, so I'm just going to chisel. And basically, it will have to separate and all that paint attached to the side. And there's part of it. Many more pieces to go. Okay, so this is the result of the pantry coming out. It's a shelf. Took that. That's where the pantry was. Of course, the flooring's not there. I was expecting a lot more damage. $144 boxes. That is how much we have to put together for the new kitchen. This is nuts. A busy day. Going to dismantle the rest of this one, hopefully, and start putting together the new one. See how we go. Okay, so this is the latest update of day one, which hopefully will be a bit more soon. We've built the outer shell of the pantry. We've taken a lot of the cupboards out, and then this has all gone out so far. This is where I'm starting at the start of day two. We've got the shell of the pantry, one of the drawers in. Got the plumber coming to disconnect the gas. This morning, these bench tops pain in the butt, because even though they're unscrewed, we've got to, it's all siliconed and they're glued together at the corner, so I'll get the jigsaw to cut along there. We pulled off a lot of the gyp rock at the back, so you can see the water pipes, hot and cold coming through to the taps just there. So I'll talk to the plumber about that, see what we do for knocking it down. Okay, here's an update so far. So the plumber's come. He's cut this down a bit more. This was the drainage pipe. We pulled back a bit more of the flooring, pulled obviously all of this out. This was hot and cold water that was run through to the center. He's extended the pipe so he can actually get it down into the kickboards when we install the cabinetry. He has also stopped the gas as well and cut it off at the wall so we can patch over that. And then so that's basically fairly gutted, and we're just installing the final things in the pantry, bolting it to the wall, and then yeah, we'll keep going. Okay, it's 9:40, the last 2.5 hours. My wife and I have just been building this big cabinet here that will go in this corner. We're just going to put it here for now to block our daughter a bit, and I didn't get to this today. I decided to build flat pack, so today we built this big cabinet and built with the oven with granite. It's got a little drawer underneath cabinet. So just building. Boxes are coming down. We got that, got a few over there, and all of these here, and a few behind with the sink. So it's coming down, but it's still a long way to go. the glue's stuck on so hard, it's pulling the plaster off as well. Okay, so what I've decided to do, because it's pulling so much plaster off as well, even though I'm using the bolster, it's just the glue is so thick and it's been stuck on so well, it's just ripping out the gyprock anyway. So basically, rather than taking all these tiles off, which is going to happen regardless, I'm going to cut out around and basically just cut the whole sheet off, put a new gyprock on, screw it in with gyprock screws, and then I can plaster over that. Okay, so pretty happy. I just pulled that off. Over there, so I ended up using Stanley knife and one of these saw things to get through. I knew there'd be studs behind it and want to cut that, so started with Stanley, checked where my studs were, and then ripped it off. Got copper pipes running down. This will be for the hot and cold water that will end up going through. Okay, so welcome back. As you can see, you've got a new piece of gyprock in. It's a wet sheet gyprock, so different to basically normal one. Just it's good for wet areas, kitchens, bathrooms, etc. I've had the electrician come through and run all the wires or power points to where we want them. So power point over there, range hood, oven. So I need to pull cable out of there. Sitting behind for the oven. These are going to the dishwasher, so you're going to be there's going to be a switch there and another switch there, and then in here I've got that's going to be running to the dishwasher, and that's basically it. So I'm almost ready for plastering. I'm just going to cut out a bit more down there. So it's a bit square, cut the excess from the old gyprock. So we're using that, not wasting it. Or using some of it anyway, not wasting it. And then we'll be plastering. And something funny, my brother wrote, Morgs is a stud. Not really. Basically put this one here and just screwed down the studs and left a small gap for the pipes. A bit of plywood behind here. And then put this one over, ready to cover. Okay, here we are back to plastering. So we've done the first coat, put the tape going around, and then today or tonight, it's been 24 hours to dry. Tonight going with a trowel, plaster's trowel, and doing a just wider second coat. Okay, and that is the second coat. So after this, it's just sanding off and then doing the top coat, which will be smoother, and that'll be it. I have done the final coat, which is a little bit smoother. Our cabinetries are covering all the top and the bottom, and then we'll do a splashback in the middle. Not necessarily needing perfect or not plaster. It's my first time. So I'm pretty happy with that for my first time. Cool, anyway, that is that. So next will be sanding, and then we're ready. We'll usually paint, but in this case, just putting cabinets in. Okay, it is update time on the kitchen. So we finished patching, we put in the rail, and then as basically we had built a lot of the cupboards already, we're just using those baby gate. And we're just putting them in, and so I'm going through now, just checking that they are all level. You can see the level is there, and basically screwing them together when they are level. What we found, even if it was just minorly out on the level, the gates, or it's not the gates, the cupboards would not line up, like there would be a dip. And so everything has to be 100% level, otherwise you'll notice with the cupboard doors that it slants down and doesn't all line up, which is a pain in the butt. It's taken ages to make sure it all goes level. Afterwards, so you can see all the cables sticking out, so Sparky will come and put power points in. Yeah, I've got to put a panel on the inside, and then these cupboards will come around here. This is storage for the back. This is the mess we're living in. So it's taken a lot longer than expected. The plumber's going to come sometime after work next week, or this week. And so we're going to be there. We're going to get it done this week. The only thing is we'll need to just finish building the top cabinets, and then we'll need to do a splashback, and that splashback will need to be finished before the Sparky can do these PowerPoints essentially. But benchtop is coming on Monday, so this needs to be all basically in and level and happy. And of course we got the plumbing, electrical, they'll go to the, and conduit, they'll go to the dishwasher. And that's where we're at. It's, I don't know, I'm hating it. I'm actually not enjoying all the fiddly stuff in terms of building, but I think it'll be great when it's done and I'll feel a sense of accomplishment. If I paid someone else, so we're paying like we paid like 10 grand for this kitchen, but if I paid someone else, it'd probably double that to actually build and install it, so it'd be like 20 grand. I mean, I think of that, saving 10 grand doing all myself, it is worth the hassle. It's just a lot of hassle and time. And so we're sort of like 3 weeks in since we ripped out. At this stage, I was thinking, yeah, we'll do it in 1 or 2 weeks, but then we had a week lockdown, which delayed trades, which meant I couldn't do anything. And because of our limited space in the house, we can't really store cabinetry, and we've got a little 1-year-old that runs around and pulls things over. So that's very, very difficult to work around. And we've got to keep a play space for her, clearing all the tools away from her so she doesn't hurt herself. This is the latest problem. So there's a gap there which shouldn't be there. When I put the level on the top of the door, it is not quite in level. Realised what the issue is. It's getting a little bit better, but it's still a bit of a drop. What you have to do is play around with these here. So this one pulls it kind of forward and back, and the middle one will lift it up or down, and this one sort of lifts the door in and out. Trying to play around with it because when I get it sort of perfect, it doesn't actually fully shut next to the cupboard door. And so it's been about half an hour fiddling with it so far. So today's been busy just putting all the shelving in, and we pulled the dishwasher out of its case, and basically just screwing in these last back drawers into place. Yeah. And this is going to be overhang where a couple of bar stools are going to go. But it's been a busy day, just trying to level everything, screw everything in where it needs to go. I've been busy. We got the bench tops in place. So we got the bench tops arrived yesterday. And even though I tried having everything level, ready for the bench top to come on, wasn't quite level. So I've had to spend a few hours adjusting all the legs to make sure the bench top's touching all the cabinetry and that it's basically all level. I've now screwed up into the bench top, and that's going well. And here is our sink. I've just measured out, so it's 55 mil in, and then another centimetre in, and that's so the line I'm going to cut so that it will fit under our sink. I'm just going to cut all the way with a jigsaw and just go slowly and carefully. I do actually need to mask tape over it. So masking tape will reduce any chips that might go on. So I'm going to actually have to redraw the line and then just cut it out, and then that sink's going to come in. The plumber's going to be here in an hour, to finish it, but it's looking really good, like really happy with it so far. Sparky's going to come tomorrow, rig up the electrical and dishwasher, electrical in the oven, so we can start an induction, which I'll need to cut another hole on this perfect bench top, which is really annoying. You can see the join here, so it's clamped, it's glued together, so I got PVA glue, stuck it together, and then I clamped it from underneath, and then otherwise we've just screwed up from the cabinetry into it, and then I will put a couple brackets up against the walls. It's definitely not going to go anywhere, but yeah, it's looking really happy with it. For a $10,000 kitchen, including, I should include electrical and plumbing, it's coming together really nicely. And then we've just got the cabinets to do up there. These are the doors, of course, over there. Still waiting on a couple of doors that will be arriving Thursday, so a couple of days time. And then got the common panel at the back to do, but it's all coming together. Okay, it's been a few days anyway, at least a few days of work since an update, so I thought I would do one, handles on everything, which is awesome. This is not where the induction's going to go. I am about to drill for the induction. Across here is 560 and perfectly across here to here is 560, so it's going to be very interesting. And a struggle, but the oven fits perfectly in that spot. It's starting to really come together. I did put the fan range hood in yesterday, but I did buy the wrong size pipe because I measured it for the out kind of pipe of here and not this big extra plastic thing. So and you're not meant to cut it, so I'm just going to swap that for a 150mm pipe from Bunnings, but this, I don't know, it's in, it works, it's good. Well, it will work when the power's on, it's not plugged in yet. But yeah, the kitchen's coming together really well. Doing the kickboards later today, so I'll give you a quick message once that, and then also doing the soft closes for those cupboards on the other side. And then we're just doing a big clean out, hopefully getting a lot of my tools out of the kitchen and start using it as per normal until we do the backsplash, probably next weekend. And there's painting to do, and we're going to put some shelves up that side. Yeah, I've just finished cutting this out. I've seen that I didn't just do the square. The main reason was I didn't know if this would chip or rip other particle parts of it away. So I just cut basically into bits, so there wasn't heaps of pressure falling down because I had nothing to hold it up. You know, did a double measure, it fits perfectly fine. So now it's just cleaning up. I can't put this in until the sparkies come. The electrical, there's no point really, otherwise I have to pull it out, and because of these brackets, they will latch in there, and I don't want to try and pull this out once it's in. So basically we want the electrical person to do what he needs to do, then it goes in, because I don't think it's going to be coming out easy once it's in. Hey, oh, we've got the induction in. And it works perfectly. It's amazing. It's actually a lot better than gas. This is our range hood that pulls out, and we're going to hook this up. So power's actually already done. I'm just going to connect the vent, I guess you would say, that will go through the roof and then, well, yeah, through the top of the cupboard and into the roof. You can get a filter and a little motor thing that recirculates it, and then it can just come out and go into your living room, but then you have to change the filter every 18 months. So if we go through the roof, we don't actually ever need to change the filter, and it's a lot more quieter, easier on power. There's a lot of reasons why we're just going through the roof. And that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, cut a hole there. Trying to get this pipe through. It's not fun. I've got to figure out a way of keeping it up in there, whether I just stretch it and it just sits there. And kick points are all done. Yeah. Starting to really come together. Now all the kick points done. So there's still a couple of things we're waiting from IKEA. But it's looking good. So at the moment I'm drawing out for some brackets to hold a shelf. And so I'm using the multi-tool. This will go in like that and flush, and then we'll tile straight over it. And these will be well screwed in. And so this bracket is not going anywhere. So we've got 2 more to do. Let's see how we go.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own.
Okay, so spent 5 hours non-stop yesterday. Finished at 8:45. Do you have anything to say? Do you have anything to say? Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Is that right? And so we show all the tiles that Daddy's just done yesterday. Yeah? What do you say about this? Do you like it? Yeah, do you like it? Yeah, we point at it, don't we? Very happy with the end result. Tile cutter worked like a boss, and that was just a simple cheap one. Pull it back, we lie the tile in, whatever way it goes, scour it across, and then you snap it down and it literally breaks it, which is really cool. But yeah, really happy. Went up behind the range hood a bit. So I'm going to put the cover back on, and then done right to the top of the cupboards over there. So today will be grouting. So I'm going to clean up all the edges. Something I'll do next time, all my tools are outside, is I would change a couple of things. The mastic I used was incredible, Dunlop brand. That was actually really good, easy to get the toothpaste consistency for the tiles to stick. The trowel, the tiling trowel I used, that I would have gone a smaller size. So the tiling trowel would have gone a smaller size. So basically these weren't so big, and so I didn't put on as much, because clean up today is going to be a heck of a mess. Like, it's just going to be a lot of work, because there's so much put on. The other thing was the mixer, $25, and I'll use that again. That was perfect. I did everything, like mix it. I thought the glue would stay wet. I thought the glue would dry. But it didn't, and I was working it for like 5 hours. So I only did one bulk lot. I didn't scrape it all on the wall because that would have dried out, but just every now and then I just gave it a little mix again with the jewel, just to keep it wet. I did add water once, but you really didn't. I probably didn't need to. It stayed wet, and so I was rushing around trying to get it all done, but again, like, I didn't need to. So happy it's all done. To be honest, I've just got to do the easy part now, which is really clean and grout. But it's coming together for my first job tiling. Honestly, I think everyone can do it. I'm not so picky, but my wife really was. So when she saw some of the lines that were getting out, she was like, "Nah, take it off," and which was really frustrating because it just meant a few more minutes, but it's come out really, really nice. You're really happy with it. I'll show you the end result. You know when you are so tired, you don't think you can go on. That is me now. End of the term, been a big Kitchen Reno, and honestly, there's nothing more I'd like to do than stop. But I can't. Like, I actually can't. I want to cry, but it's not going to help anything. It's not going to fix anything. So I've got to grout, and that's what I got to do. So tonight's job is grouting, and I've used some methylated spirits and paper towel to wipe over, to clean over. I have used what I was doing, what people showed was like use this in between to clean it, and honestly I would have been here for hours. So I've got the Ryobi, not sponsored, but their multi-tool. This is even a metal ending, but I decided, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to use it. It's used on a low setting, it's like setting 2, and it worked. Also that saved multiple hours, I'm sure, going between, cleaning it all. Didn't chip any tiles because I was just taking it carefully and going slow. For grout, I'm not even going to pre-mix this because there's not a whole lot. No, heaps of the other stuff left. So I've just got this pre-mix. I'm going to float it on, set up a station to wash it off, and that should be it, hopefully. I'm hoping that will be easy and a 10-minute job. We'll see how we go.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Your lies, I'll do what I want. The gas in the middle of the set, heaven, she's so bad, hit the key, made the bed, inspired by thirst, I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work. I ain't tired, you first. I'll write a second, third verse about the lies you go disperse. You never did shit, I know it hurts, but something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Your lies, I'll do what I want.
And we're done. So I'll show you the finished result. It's taken us 2 hours, my wife and I, to do this, but we are happy. I'm very happy it's done as well. So it's looking really good. Black grout between all the tiles, and then also up there. We did get marks on the wall, which we might end up painting if we can't get it off, but very happy actually. Very happy with it. So we'll see how it dries. And then Sparky will come to do the last PowerPoints in a few days' time. We'll book him in, and I got a silicone. So I got to silicone the edges, and so that will happen tomorrow. Very happy with our kitchen. Almost completed renovated kitchen. Heck yeah.
Swear I won't forget this, why do I regret this? In my mind reckless, thoughts are feeling endless. Sitting up, I'm breathless, anxiety's infectious. I feel so defenseless, betrayed and embarrassed. I hate being open, I hate being broken. I feel like an ocean filled up with emotion. Anger ain't a potion, rub it on like lotion. I can feel it soaking, reopen, the scars have awoken. I can't move on till I let go. I feel so lost, never at home. Need to be strong, every breath hold. Cause I can't move on till I let go.
Getting these floors as much as possible in here. And so the reason we have to remove the old floors is because we changed the layout of our kitchen. So it did come to this line here. We didn't have any extra floors, and this stuff isn't waterproof anyway. Heaps of marks on it. So more than happy to spend the, how much we pay, 2.5 grand? Actually 2 grand, got all that 100% water resistant floor. It's a hybrid, and so, but I've just got to lay it myself. Hopefully I've got enough. Did a rough estimate calculation, and we'll see how I go. Basically from what I know is that I'm gonna start in this corner and work my way up the hall and come across. I'll have to move that first and start lifting things up. Anyway, let's see how it goes.
So lost, never at home. Need to be strong, every breath hold. Cause I can't move on till I let go. I can't move on till I let go. I feel so lost, never at home. Need to be strong, every breath hold. Cause I can't move on till I let go.
Okay, I haven't actually filmed a lot of laying our floors down, mainly because I've been so frustrated at it. I've been too pissed off basically to film. So I had laid like a lot of this hallway only to find out I was laying it wrong, one, and when I got to this point, I could only go that way and I can't go back, which is really annoying. So you have to work left to right, and that's what I found out after as well. So I had to end up starting here, ripping all that I had done up there, starting back here and going through. And then I've just finished the hallway, which has taken ages. It's not perfect, by any means, but you know what? This is going to save me $2,000 of labour. It's worth it. Although it's been very frustrating and annoying and a strain on my life and existence. But anyway, so next is the kitchen and then the dining room, and I'm done. This is 6.5 mil. I hate it because it keeps snapping. I'm figuring out why it was so cheap to buy at $30 a square metre, and it's hybrid 100% water resistant, and that's because 6.5 mil is rubbish to put together and ridiculously hard. I'll next time do no less than 8 mil. It's been nice that the insulation's stuck to the bottom. That's one less thing I had to do. But yeah, I would not use the same flooring again. I'd pay a little bit more to go with a thicker board so it joins together a lot easier, because this is snapping and peeling and all sorts. But anyway, it's looking nice. It's coming up looking nice, and it'll be nice when it's all done. So that's an update. Last time I'll be in a house before it's rented out. This is our kitchen we put in a year ago. It's so sad that we have to leave it. Made outside all nice, got the veggie gardens. Oh man, finally get it good. Gotta leave this bad boy. And this was it finished. Unfortunately, my phone died with all the finished videos on it. But you can see pictures of the kitchen before and then after, as it was listed, although it's listed empty. And so, yeah, we're really happy with how it all turned out. It's $10,000 including the electrical and the plumbing, which I got experts in to do that. However, I did the rest by myself. Took around 3 months to fully really get it finished. But that was me working full time and only doing it either weekends or in the evenings after my daughter went to sleep. If you want to see more projects, then please let me know, as there's a few that I want to do in the new house we just moved into, which is actually a really old house. And finally, thank you for watching. I will upload a shorter version of this sometime this week as well. Crunch it down to about hopefully 7 minutes. We'll see how we go. Thank you.